Alright everyone, so today I'm back and I'm gonna be reacting to a video made by the internet historian. Fucking hell, did I butcher his name? The internet historian. And I'm making this video today because it's talking about Fallout 76 and I have a lot of story about this game. I was super excited when this game came out because I was like, holy shit, a new Fallout game, like finally. And I never knew much about the game. I only learned that it was gonna come out a month before it came out. And when I learned that the game would be multiplayer, I was really happy because I thought finally you can play Fallout with your friends, right? And what I thought was going to be was like, it would be like a regular Fallout game, but you could just like, invite your friends over into your game. You know what I mean? Like, back in the day when you had a game, you could invite your friend and play together. That's what I thought it was going to be. No, it turns out it's a full-on multiplayer game, meaning it's one giant map shared with like 20, 30 players, you know what I mean? And I didn't know it was going to be like that, so I was a bit surprised when I saw this. And I was also really surprised to see how buggy it was. I bought this game when it came out on PS4. I also bought it for one of my friends because I wanted to play with him and he wanted to play the game as well, but he didn't have money at the time. So I bought the game for him and I was like, I'm gonna buy you the game as a gift and let's play together. We played. Oh boy. The bugs, man, the bugs. It was... I've played buggy games before, right? But this one was on another level, man. It was a whole other level, and the game was just not enjoyable because of all the bugs there was. And because of that, we abandoned the game. And I don't know if the game is still as bad as it was before. I hope not, honestly, but I never went back to the game after that because too buggy the first time, and I know I should probably give the game a chance. But man, I got the first impression was too bad. Like every time I think about the game, I don't even want to play it again. I don't want to give it a second chance because of how bad it was. And that's a good example of why first impressions are important, by the way. So today we're gonna be watching the video, The Fall of 76, by internet historian. By internet historian, because he's a pretty good content creator to make videos about specific. He's a pretty good YouTuber to make videos about one specific subject, and he tells a whole story about it and covers pretty much everything. So, not knowing everything about the game because I gave up the game long ago, I'm curious to see the entire story. I know that there are two dramas because of the merch. I think one of it was something about a bag. I don't know, I think they dropped a bag that apparently wasn't what was advertised, and the other one was a drink. That's all I know. I don't know what they are, I don't know any more details, that's just what I know. One of the first failure of their merch was a bag and a drink, so I hope he's gonna cover that. I'm really excited to see if he does, because I want to learn about them, so let's go. Probably talked too much already.
If you found this tape, it means that everyone is dead, or working at a different office. How did this happen? Well, I'll tell you. Buckle up, buckaroos. Today's lesson is the misfired launch of Fallout 76. June 2018. It began with everyone getting just a little hyped up.
Have we waited long enough, guys?
Oh, God, yes, we have, Todd.
I think we have. Fallout 76, Bethesda's biggest game yet. My god, it was exciting. And they promised we'd know more at E3. E3 hype time. The press conference. 60...
Back in the day where E3 was a thing. It was cancelled because of COVID and never came back. Rip.
16 times the detail.
16 times the detail.
Is my okay. It's just laggy for me.
There's all new rendering, lighting, and landscape technology.
4 times the map
It is
size.
4 times the size of Fallout 4. And it's our biggest one yet.
My god, it was exciting.
Sounds exciting.
November 14th, 2018. The game goes live with a day 1 patch of 50 gigabytes.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake. I'll see you tomorrow.
But once that's downloaded, people
Oh,
start
boy.
logging into that.
Oh boy, the memories. I had that bug.
hellscape that is Fallout 76. And oh dear lord, they never fix the bugs. And there are so many of them. Goodbye world.
I had this one.
Goodbye
I
necks,
had this
goodbye
one.
body, goodbye
This one.
heads,
I had this
bugs,
one.
bugs everywhere. Server crashes, game crashes, old bugs imported from Fallout 4. Use more than one nuke at a time, server's dead. Textures far too texturous,
Yeah, I got
an
this one.
all-consuming void.
Oh my God.
Error log 3.
That one was the worst. The
Server's dead.
sniper one.
Textures far too texturous,
From
and
the
all
scope. This one was the worst. You can't see anything. It was the worst one.
consuming void. Error log 307.
Yeah.
Can't pick up stuff, can't stop asserting dominance with a T-pose, frame rate problems, screen tear problems, getting too swole, getting underneath the map, getting attacked by invisible enemies, spawning too many enemies,
It kind of speaks for itself.
spawning too many god rays. Also, your camp resets after every session, and sometimes it goes underwater. Holotapes randomly play static, but too many holotapes mean none of them will play. Enemy AI is far more A than I. Animations are broken. Surprise! Floating objects and a traveling merchant.
It's incredible that all the bugs he mentioned I had with my friend. Oh my god. Every single bugs I had them. It is incredible. I got everything. I got the full package. Everything was... Sorry. I got everything out the full package. Like seriously, it's sad really. I was so hyped and then I launched the game, all those bugs was right one after the other. Just the camp thing pissed me off. You had like a weight limit on how much weight, because every stuff was weight, right? Like a gun weighs 15, a ammo weighs 0.1 for example. Everything had a weight. And you had the limit on your character, I think, was 200, and your limit for the camp was 600. I hated that limit. Like, I hated it with a passion. I hated this thing. And yeah, every time you wanted to move your camp or set up a new camp, it would never let you do it. Never let you do it. It was horrible. Horrible.
Just to name a few. Joseph Anderson has a great video that documents just the ones that he found personally. That video is 3 hours.
3-hour-long video just citing bugs. Wow. For those who didn't know what Fallout 76 was, well, there you go. It was a shitload of bugs.
Long. But it gets worse. Error CE348780 can corrupt your data and force you to reinstall the game and console operating system. A few PC players had their computers brick entirely. Also, when the date rolled over to the 1st of January 2019, the nukes in the game stopped working altogether. No one thought it prudent to program in other years in an always online game. And a few players were straight up logging into other people's accounts. This guy had a level 78 character that was randomly replaced with a level 8 character. Bethesda said they couldn't do anything about it. And many players are not thrilled with this game, and they want Bethesda to know that. And they want everyone else to know that too. But Bethesda owns the platform. Is Fallout 76 fun?
Yes, it is. Banned for racism. Thread locked.
They had no
Did they actually ban the thread for racism? Or is it just a joke?
direct outlet for their rage. The only solution was to put a torch to everything else.
Oh yeah. never ever try to silence an angry gamer. Never works.
Reddit, Twitter, Bethesda's other games on Steam. The backlash was immense. But surely level heads would prevail. The reviewers would come out and say that the game isn't so bad. Oh dear lord, they hated it. This is so sad. Despacito, play Country Roads.
Yeah, I got that one. This bug as well, guys.
Almost heaven, West Virginia,
Oh my god.
Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River.
And the YouTube community had this to say.
It's really f***ing boring.
Could barely bring myself to play it in order to finish this review.
No one on staff wants to play any more of this video game. I'm not going to subject myself to another 20, 30 hours of this fucking mess.
In short, Fallout 76 is morally, technically, and creatively bankrupt.
The mods on Bethesda forums were working overtime. The mods on Reddit almost gave up. Look, I'm not saying that some people didn't enjoy and have fun with this game. But what I am saying is that the Metacritic was really funny to read. So what happened? Well, it came out that development was hugely rushed. The deadlines were tight. Too tight.
God damn!
Right.
That's a nice cake!
Plus, this wasn't Bethesda's A-team. It's actually a relatively inexperienced division based in Austin, and the scope of the game kept getting bigger.
We're gonna need distant weather systems.
Hey Todd, I stayed up all night and I just
We're
finished.
gonna need 16 times the detail.
Please, Todd, no more.
We're gonna need 4 times the size of Fallout 4.
That, and they were trying to patchwork the old Bethesda creation engine into a multiplayer framework. What else could you expect?
That's why I give my kids
Fallout 76.
a full.
Now, Bethesda could tolerate the bugs and the bad reviews and the irate players, but what they couldn't tolerate were the exploits. Infinite inventory, infinite invisibility. The frame rate was tied to the game speed, so people were going a lot faster than they should. Server hopping for more items, infinite cache and infinite duplication, unlimited XP, unlimited nuking. The nuclear codes were unencrypted and you could wall clip into the quest room. And someone was given the curse of infinite invincibility. Naturally, this can really mess with other players' online experience. So Bethesda was ready, with the ban hammer
This just works.
and a blindfold to wildly flail around and take down anyone who happened by. But Bethesda wasn't satisfied with just banning people. No, they're a progressive company with big ideas. They wanted to give a road to redemption. So support sent out this email to players caught cheating. We would be willing to accept an essay on why the use of third-party cheat software is detrimental to an online game community. That's right, 500 words on why you're a very naughty boy, and they may just give you your account back.
I don't know who at Bethesda had this idea, but he needs to be fired. That's the worst idea I've ever heard.
But a couple of days later, the mocking from news outlets caused him to reconsider this approach. One more exploit. In all the Bethesda games, there's a dev room. Every item in the game is kept here. Security has to be top-notch, because otherwise, someone could just waltz in and take all of the best items of the game, and it would be an absolute disaster.
Yep.
Well, shit. Of course, Bethesda wasn't equipped to deal with the issue. People started flooding in, taking the best items in the game, then selling those items on a black market of sorts. At first, they tried the usual approach, banning people who had some of the best items in the game. You spent 700 hours just to get the best gun? Die, cheater.
No way. Someone spent 700 hours when the game came out. Fucking hell. How many days is that? Let me check real quick. How many days? That's 29 days. So basically a full month. Like a non-stop. That's impressive.
Next, they put in a system where players would get tagged if they ever entered the room, and they banned those players. That wasn't much better because people would just start using Smurf accounts. Get in quick with a level 1 account. Get all that good shit. Then get the fuck out.
Yeah, those
Then use a
fucking
duplication
ads.
glitch to get a ton more of those items. Then
Have you ever seen those ads with level 1 thug and level 100 boss? Man, those like I hate mobile game ads, but that's probably the best ads I've ever seen. Were those ones were so funny.
transfer that stuff to your main account and you're good to go. Bethesda then takes out this level 1 and calls it mission accomplished. And you've just beaten the game. So the problem continued. Bethesda is running out of ideas to solve it. There's a lot of speculation in the media and among players about how exactly people are getting in, but no one except for the exploiters knows for sure. That said, Bethesda needs to act fast before it ruins the economy of the game. So they wrote another email and sent it out to the Smurfs. Hello, Cheetah. Do you want to tell us how you did it and we might unban you, please? Should we not hear back from you, the account will simply remain suspended. It's not known whether this approach worked, but from what I've seen, it's still possible to get into the dev room. November 22nd, 2018. Just a week after the release, the game goes on discount. From $60 to $40, to $35, to $30. You can find it for $15 on eBay, and in Germany they're straight up giving it for free when you buy a PlayStation controller. Also, some stores are just zip tying it to other products. But to Bethesda, it's worth selling the thing at a price close to zero, because it brings people into the atomic shop, which is where the real margins are, and it inflates the poor sales figures. Let's have a look at those. The latest figures show 76 sold less than a sixth of what Fallout 4 did. Not good. There's also been a massive oversupply of hard copies. Although what's the point of a hard copy when the thing is just a cardboard disc telling you to redeem an online code?
This should be illegal. Like, honestly, you buy a hard copy of a game and it's just a cardboard disc telling you to redeem a code. Honestly, that should be illegal. Seriously, to me, that's not okay. When you buy a hard copy, the disc should contain the game. When the disc downloads a code to download the game, or when the disc is just made of cardboard to tell you to redeem a code, that to me should be illegal. For me, the CDs, the disc, should contain the game. Like, seriously.
And while sales are low, returns are high. Immediately upon release, people began asking Bethesda for a refund. 76 is not on Steam, it's on Bethesda's own platform, so they have all the control. If players only played the game for a few hours, then generally they'd get their money back. However, it came out that people were sometimes getting refunds after a full 24 hours of play. Quite generous. But then word about this spread to forums. Then to Reddit, and a post got 12,500 upvotes informing people that this made pretty much everyone eligible for a refund, and the comments told them exactly how to do it. Bethesda was flooded with requests for refunds. And their response? Shut it down, lads. No one gets a refund now. Everyone go home. Show's over. Robot customer service man engage.
Customers who have downloaded the game are not eligible for a refund. We apologize for the inconvenience.
A few things followed. First, people got mad. One hardcore gamer even trashed a GameStop for refusing his refund.
Damn.
Thank you for calling GameStop. This is Brian. How can I help you?
A bit of an overreaction, but probably also fake. Second, the media. And third, a class action lawsuit. Their inconsistent refund policy and terms of service may not be strictly legal. November 27th, 2018. Miglatio and Rathod LLP filed a class action suit on behalf of customers. Media quickly picked up on that. Their main argument is that it's a sometimes unplayable game owing to its technical problems, then they're refusing refunds, and that Bethesda is engaged in a strategy to release it anyway and then slowly patch their way into a more playable state. Updates on this lawsuit are slow, so I'll keep you informed on the second channel. Ad time. Look, there's a meteor headed straight to Earth. Oh my god. We must do something. Was anyone curious enough to read about it online? Not me. Not me either. Nope. Oh no.
Yeah,
now
YouTube
people think
fat
I'm
boy.
dumb and I have died a virgin. Don't let this happen to you. Get Curiosity Stream. It's a streaming platform with some of the best documentaries and non-fiction from around the
Does
world.
this thing still
Partial nudity?
exist?
Maybe if you look hard enough. But more importantly, the most arousing thing of all. Knowledge. Works for your Roku, Android, etc., etc. It works on everything, okay? Science, nature, history, tech, society. CuriosityStream.com/internethistorian for unlimited access to the world's free top documentaries and non-fiction series. Use the promo code InternetHistorian during the sign-up process to get the first 30 days free, then cancel any time. Wink. Please, look, I need sponsors. I bought a lifetime supply of toilet paper thinking I was saving money, but then I left it out in the rain and the crows got it, and now I'm back to square one. Please. CuriosityStream.com/internethistorian. Ads over. Let's rewind a little bit. Fallout fans made their pre-orders, and the most dedicated pre-ordered the Power Armor Edition. Wow. It came with a helmet, box, map, army toys, and a genuine West Tech canvas bag.
Holy shit, he's gonna talk about it. He's gonna talk about the bag. Oh, I want to hear this one.
Fast forward to the release. And customers noticed that their precious
That's
bags,
not canvas.
which are supposed to be made of the finest canvas in the land,
Ooh, yummy.
look a bit different.
Bruh.
In fact,
That's
it looks
not
like
canvas.
a carry bag the real bag should come in.
Bruh.
Did they really just advertise one thing and deliver another? You can't do
That's
that.
illegal.
So there was a surge of backlash, and people began emailing Bethesda, asking for refunds, asking for answers. By this point, customer service is absolutely over it. They are done with the facade, and they send this email in response.
Hello. We are sorry that you aren't happy with the bag. The bag shown in the media was a prototype and was too expensive to make. We aren't planning on doing anything about it.
Wow.
That's the whole email. Staff at Bethesda aren't even hiding their contempt anymore. Naturally, the internet goes wild.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Wow. Wow. Well, I got so mad, I shaved everything off my face.
Okay, guys.
I don't think you did, buddy. I think you lost everything a while ago.
This is a bit of a PR nightmare. We have to quell the outrage. What do we do? Well, we've got this in-game currency. Let's just give them the minimum amount of that.
Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way they really did that. $200 in compensation will give you $5 worth of in-game currency. Who the fuck approved that?
Fantastic idea. Hear ye, hear ye. Anyone who paid $200 to $300 for the Power Armor Edition is hereby entitled to $5 worth of in-game currency that you'll be able to spend with us. 500 atoms? Fuck yeah! What are you gonna do with your atoms? I'm gonna buy 5/18 of the white paint version of the Power Armor. Whoa! What about you? Lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate. Fuck the bag! He's right! Fuck the bag! Lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate. Of course, this was Bethesda's fantasy of what would happen. What really happened is further outrage, and even the media started piling on.
Almost heaven, West Virginia.
It even became part of that class action lawsuit from earlier. Bethesda put out a tweet apologizing for their curt customer service and gave a different excuse for why they didn't make the bags. A shortage of material, apparently.
Bullshit.
That was quickly debunked. Because it turns out they did make the canvas bag, except they gave them all out to influencers. Oh dear.
My god, my god, my god. I'm gonna say one thing. Yes, it's true I'd like to become a full-time content creator one day. It is true. But I know that there are a lot of content creators who uses their internet presence, I'm gonna correct like that, their internet presence to get free shit. And to do like, if you give me this menu for free, I'll make a video telling about your place. Come on. Like, I'm thinking, if one day I get offered by a restaurant to go eat there for free in exchange for a video, maybe I'll do it. Maybe. But there's no way in hell I'm gonna go to a restaurant and say, give me the food for free, I'm gonna make a good review about your place. Or even, because I heard that some people do this, some big content creators will go to a restaurant, expect not to pay, and if the restaurant forces them to pay, they're gonna make a bad review about the place online. I've heard of people doing that. I mean, seriously, like, some people should like get humbled. Like, seriously, get humbled or something. Like, this is crazy. And when you promise a certain product, don't do it, but give the actual product, even a better product, because I think this is better looking than the other one. Like, this is just, it's like if I was over like I was over a baby and I was taking a shit on him. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like.
It's not the same one, of course, but it's sourced from that ever-scarce material, canvas. But what's more amusing is that it turns out there is a canvas bag in the game. If you don the postman's outfit, which of course can be found at the Atom Shop, for 700 atoms.
Ain't no fucking way. They gave you 500 so you can't even buy the fucking thing. That's even worse.
Ooh, just short.
Yeah.
Well, the bleating from the online community continued, and Bethesda's lawyers realized there would be trouble, so they decided to capitulate. Alright, fine. We'll make your precious fucking bag. If you want to claim it, you'll have to fill out this form with your name, personal details, address, etc., etc., and we'll ship out the bag to you in 4 to 6 months.
Holy shit,
but it doesn't quite end there. Because Bethesda is known for bugs, and of course their website is a buggy mess too. Turns out all of the customer support inquiries are unsecure and open to the public. In fact, people can open and close and change them at will. Listed are details of full legal names, phone numbers, home addresses, and more. If you've requested your canvas bag, you've just been doxxed.
Whee! Oh my god. There had to be like a lawsuit for that as well, right? Like, there had to be a lawsuit for that. There's no way.
Not knowing how to immediately fix the problem, Bethesda panics and temporarily shuts down the whole website. And that is the tale of the duffel kerfuffle. How could this have been so difficult? They made one for New Vegas. One last piece of it. A rum drink.
Oh my god, he's gonna talk about the drink. Yes! I wanted to hear about that story. Alright, tell me more.
Coca-Cola Dark. Pre-orders available in September. Shipped out on November 14th. $80 plus postage and handling.
For rum? $80 for a bottle of rum? That's quite expensive. Even today it's quite expensive.
Not cheap. But in return you got a very cool bootle. Looks good on the shelf. A great conversation piece with the family over Thanksgiving.
A nice collection bottle.
Or at least it would have been. November 14th came and went, and there was no rum.
Why is the rum gone? Why is the rum always gone? Jack Sparrow, for those who don't get the reference.
Okay. A week later, on November 21st, an email comes through. There's a delay. Things aren't up to the usual Fallout standard, they say.
What is that Fallout standard? I would be customer of this rum drink. I would read the sentence, not up to the usual Fallout standards. I will shit myself. There is no standards. Like, just your game proves that. When you publish a game this buggy, this bad, and then you say our merch is not up to Fallout standard, just that sentence is enough for me to cancel my order. There you go. I said what I wanted to say. Wow. How was the place again? No. I think that's about how big I was. Maybe a bit smarter, actually. Alright, it looks better.
The usual Fallout standard.
All of this just works.
Things aren't up to the usual Fallout standard.
So we'll have it for you soon. No specific date given.
1 week later.
Nothing. Then on December 5th, another email. Good news. We start shipping on December 12th. It's been nearly 3 months since you pre-ordered. But as a show of good faith, we made this promotional video for you. And this is where things went from tardy to retardy. Right there. Did you catch that? That's just a regular industry bottle and a plastic shell. We paid $80 and waited a quarter of a year for a plastic shell? People were not happy.
Yeah,
Look at that ratio.
Oh. The ratio. Okay, first, for those who don't know, YouTube dislikes are gone unless you get an add-on on your browser. There is a YouTube dislike add-on you get on the browser to show the dislikes, which I highly recommend you get. This might be one of the worst ratios of like to dislike I've ever seen.
Nothing in the marketing said that it was a plastic shell. Super premium, we were promised. And the media agreed. People began cancelling their orders. Silver Screen tries to convince people that it's not cheap and shitty. It actually costs us twice as much to make the plastic one than the glass one.
The picture we saw earlier about the bottle looked like glass. You know, like a bottle of like a glass bottle you will take out of the fridge. You know what I mean? That's what it looked like. It didn't look like plastic. And saying that it's higher quality because it costs twice as much, no. Plastic has never been seen as something of great quality for anything. Never. Ever. So in that case, I would have said, make the glass one because that's what people want, and well, good job for you. It's cheaper and that's what people want. Perfect. More money for you. Don't try to do something people don't want, especially if it's more expensive than what people actually want. You know what I mean? This is bullshit.
Then what the fuck? We spent 100 hours coding the design. Convincing stuff. So it arrives, just a few days before Christmas. The rum is about the quality you'd expect.
Can I swear on this? It's my own show.
Worse is the design. The oversized lip means liquid can pour inside the shell.
Hard to pour because how they made this damn thing. Spilled like half the shot.
Very dribbly.
So you're best off opening the whole thing up to prevent spilling. If you do that, there's a good chance that you'll snap the flimsy plastic. Any liquid will immediately ruin this cheap paper sticker. Some made their own at home and the quality was about on par.
Hey, that's not bad.
But look, if you do want a decent version...
I actually want this. It's really nice looking.
...of this product, there are reputable sellers of them. They're on Etsy. They're far cheaper, and they actually give a shit. Not gonna lie though, some of the memes that came out of this...
Sweet, my 10-pack of Nuka Dark arrived. That's a good one.
Pretty good. Now, many claim that this was an honest mistake.
Sorry.
Or that customers were at fault for misinterpreting ambiguous marketing. I disagree. All of the marketing shows other glass items. All of the mock-ups show something more akin to frost.
Yeah, it really looks like a a really cold glass bottle you just took out of the fridge.
Plastic glass than plastic. They give plenty of descriptions of the product too, and not once do they mention plastic. And they were engaged in a bunch of other tomfuckery as well. Before the product was even available, they flooded their own product reviews with a bunch of 5 stars.
Wow.
This raised some eyebrows, and people on Reddit even called them out for it, so they deleted them. You can see all this activity on the Wayback Machine. Now, if they're happy to deceive people in this way, it seems silly to give them the benefit of the doubt about the glass. It's also worth quickly talking about the Bethesda merch store. Some of these items are pretty neat. That's talking
What was the first one?
about the Bethesda merch store. Some of
Volt coaster set. That's actually pretty nice.
these items are pretty neat.
Holotape mini kit. I mean, it's most decoration or yeah, whatever. It's
That's
okay.
cool.
Fusion core power bank, again, decoration, but why not?
Good idea.
Good idea, I'm not sure, but whatever.
I'd have that.
The Vault Dwellers official cookbook. That I'm actually curious to have. Like, actually, I'm curious what are the recipes on that one. Like the rad roach. We're gonna make today a rad roach steak. Where the fuck do I get a rad roach steak, asshole?
Fallout 76 pant. Singular. But why is he so mad? The photography is all just slightly...
This looks like they went to the office, took a random employee, gave him the clothes, like, put this on, we're gonna take pictures of you to say it online. Like, seriously. This really looks like a random employee they picked and, like, told them, put this on, we're gonna take pictures for the product online. Seriously, that's... I'm sure I could do a better job than this.
off. This gaudy jacket was mocked relentlessly.
Why is it so shiny? What? Is it ice leather? Really? Doesn't look good. It doesn't look good.
On social media. But does the 76 in 276...
Holy shit, that's expensive.
$6 really make it more immersive? And why did they just toss it on the ground? And it comes in this crumpled up toddler body bag. You're talking...
What did he say?
And why did they just toss it on the ground? And it comes in this crumpled up toddler body bag. You're talking
toddler body bag. Alright. Okay.
Talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars in merch and you don't have an eye on? Why is she wearing the size XXL? She's clearly not happy about it. But who looked at this and said, good job, print? Now that's surprising. And what the fuck? They made the bottle properly.
Man. Like, that's sticking a piss in your customer's mouth, seriously.
Yeah, one of those please, but bigger and brown. Is that so hard? Let's get back to the game. December 2018. There are 2 new patches released that caused quite a stir. First, the good. For PC, they included a number of quality of life improvements, including push to talk. But it also brought in field of view sliders. Hooray! Increased stash capacity from 400 pounds to 600 pounds, and a small buff to automatic weapons. Hooray! Yay! They decreased the carry weight of bobby pins so it no longer took up 10 to 20% of people's inventory.
I got a box of bobby pins the other week that said weigh these.
There were also upgrades to the camp that allowed for easier construction, and a bunch of bug fixes. Hooray! The bad. A whole bunch of unannounced stealth nerfs. They generally made the game grindier. Ammo production was decreased. Fusion cores burnt out faster. Legendary enemies spawned less frequently.
On guard, I'll fuck you up.
And the backlash was significant, because everybody knew why Bethesda was doing it. To encourage people to use the Atomic Shop. And let's talk briefly about that store. Some of the prices are outrageous. A Christmas tree for $12, a Santa outfit for $20, blue and yellow paint for $18.
This looks like some EA type prices bullshit, like seriously.
Oh look, $3 for the same sweater vest and slacks item imported from Fallout 4. But the biggest offense of all was the holiday emote bundle. $24 for some Christmas themed emotes. Twice the price of these games.
Which were all good games.
The media agreed that these were egregious prices. But worse, they're engaged in some deceiving marketing practices too. Oh look, it's marked down half price. But it's not. It was released half price. They're artificially jacking up the price, only to then give it a fake limited time discount in order to create a sense of urgency. That's illegal. Here in Australia at least, in Canada and in the EU. Reddit quickly picked up on this and pointed it out. Bethesda reacted by scrapping the discount and just setting it as the always intended price. Okay, it's been about 25 minutes of whining now, so I'm just going to leave it here. I didn't even get a chance to touch on the new pay-to-win fiasco. The new camera item that lets you teleport, dwindling player numbers. But on the flip side, they're also adding new content and improving the game over time. Heck, No Man's Sky was a surprising comeback. So, maybe Bethesda can do it too.
I doubt it, but maybe.
But for now, Todd returns to cryostasis, hiding in his bunker until the bombs of outrage stop falling, and returning only when it's time to get our hopes up once again.
Maybe.
CuriosityStream.com/internethistorian.
Of course he had to. Alright, so... Is there anything else? Just his supporters? Okay. So, actually, I'll let it play.
Not many people know this, but I'm actually quite a good rapist, if you will. So I'm going to say all these names for you from the credits as fast as I possibly can, in time with the scrolling. Here we go, one take. Justiel, Miles Millican, Justin Rowland, Steve Rizzo, Drudders, Indigo Zero, Luke Hackle, Astatine 210, Jordan Prince, Dr. Tex, Papa Spicy Peter, Tef, Edgy Kid X, Bryce Toiler Ham, Nate Odenkirk, but Sonya Waffles, Krabby. If you want to get read by the rapist, then why don't you head over to...
Yeah, at least we tried. That's what counts. But I wasn't aware of everything. Clearly, like I played like 2 or 3 days and then abandoned the game because I thought it was a shitty game, and it was. It really was. But yeah, I didn't thought it was that bad. I heard about some fiasco about like microtransactions and the bag that was apparently a massive scam, and all the rum. I knew there was a drink, and they knew the entire story of it, just like for the bag. So, wow! I think there's also a membership that they made for this game. I think it's called Fallout First. I think there's also a story about that. That's let's be honest, it shouldn't be a thing. It really shouldn't. But yeah, apparently they did. That's way from my memory, so I might be saying bullshit, but still. Great video by him, honestly, really good video. I'm glad I watched it. I learned a lot. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. I'll see you next time for maybe a gaming video, and I hope you liked it. If you have any stories about Fallout 76, please share in the comments. I'm curious to see what you think about the game. Is the game playable now? I hope it is. If it's still actually a played game. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.